It was weird, like really weird. I don't know why Briggs had it in his mind that of all the battlers in the UK that he wanted to get back, that I was somehow on that list. I never got my head around it.
Why not?
But he was always like, no, just because it's like, I'm not. Look, you see it all the time, right? When you see people online, they've got these crazy ass egos. It's like, I don't understand why you've got that ego. I don't understand why you're talking like you're the best person in the world. Yada yada yada. I'm a realist. I knew I was okay in some moments of battles, but I didn't really rate the run that I went on. It never really got to show the potential that I thought I had. But then I realised pretty quickly, like, look, when you look at the people that came out, right? The Lunas, the Shotties, the Tonys, the Shuffles, the Marlows, the Geminis, the Frankies, the Souls, the Bizzos, the Bobbies, the Kojays. Like, I'm not in that realm. I don't ever try to claim I'm ever going to try and get in that realm. I was comfortable with that. So I was more than happy, because obviously I took 3 years away from battling because of what happened. So then come back to an event, and then I end up in Prem, and then it was, right, I want you to battle. I was like, why? It's like, no, because I want you to battle. I was like, yeah, but why? You're like, I just don't get it. So then, not even exaggerating, and I know for a fact he spoke about it a few times, it took him at least a year to convince me, because I was just so adamant and I was so stubborn. I was just like, I don't want to do it. Now, a lot of this is from different standpoints, right? One of them being, I'm not putting myself in that position again in terms of the reaction, and I've just managed to get the fans to overcome certain hurdles with me as a person and understand me. So I thought, I'm not doing that. Then it was, why? Like, my biggest thing is, and I'm not saying people would, but I've always got this fear in the back of my head that someone would overstep that mark and mention her. Because it's one of my events, I don't want to ever put Briggs in a position, put Shot in a position, because I'd close the event. And because I'm helping them run the business, I don't ever want to be a detriment to that, and I don't ever want to put them in that position. So there's always that in the back of my mind. But yeah, it felt bizarre. Like, just the whole writing for it was different, because like, when I finally said, you know what, I'll do it, I realised that I needed to step up a lot of my writing. I needed to step up a lot of different things. I needed to show the fans that the Bloodstro that they've seen in that battle is completely different, so much better than the one that they've seen back in 2012, 2013. It was just bizarre. Like, the preparation for it, hated it. Like, just preparing for a battle is difficult, because I'm trying to run an event. I've got work. I've got my little girl now, and then it's stood in my back room at stupid o'clock at night, trying to remember and recite rounds and trying to perform. It's just like, I don't understand how Briggs does it so much in terms of running an event and battling, because it's stressful as anything. It definitely gave me a different perspective, but it was, and it's just little things that you don't think of, because at Prem we do walkout songs. I spent stupid amount of time trying to think of a walkout song. Like, it's the little things that people don't think of. It's crazy, like, and
it's little, but it's fucking important.
Yeah, so it's like, so honestly, I'm not even exaggerating, right? I wanted the game One Blood because I thought it is absolutely perfect for me to come out to that song. Like, imagine One Blood, and like, it's me, do you know what I mean? Then obviously he started being a dick, and he started trying to diss Pat Stay. It's like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Like, there's no way I'm coming out to that song. And then it was, I didn't have a song on the day, and Bruce just looked at me and went, look, he went, this is your return for you to have fun. Why not pick a song that people are going to sing along to? I was like, yeah, but like what? And he went, something Oasis, it's Manchester. And I was like, and then it clicked, and then I went, all right, okay. I went, yeah, we'll go with that then. And I just, honestly, this is one of my favourite things ever, because obviously they filmed all the intros from the Undisclosed 7. And just me stood at the top of them stairs, 2 days going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you, and everyone's singing with me. And then I stand on stage, and it was just like, that was a moment I'll never forget, because I never had that moment when I was battling years ago. Like, and this is the thing that makes me laugh, right? And I always felt slighted by this, but Don't Flop years and years ago did like the biggest reaction video. My battle with Big J got a 2-minute reaction. 2 minutes. Never once ended up in that video. Now that's purely because of popularity, because I wasn't a popular figure then.
That's why I was going to bring it back to you earlier, saying you don't belong in the TIT conversation. Man, you stopped the room twice in that battle, and I'm thinking, wait, you're saying you're not in those... Wait, how many battlers stop rooms dead in the middle of a battle? It just doesn't happen as often as you think it does.
But the reason why is because the level of expectation was so low, they weren't surprising it. Let's be honest, that's the reason why. I'm humble enough to openly say the reason why that stopped the room so much, because you can see people like, what? They didn't expect me to come up with something like that. So then it was in the Danny Jaqq mode, or in the Danny Jaqq battle, it was obviously I went with a stupid first round because look, I look at battling now, right, and you can see me stood there. I can't help but do it. Like, I can predict what people are going to say sometimes in the round. Knowing Danny Jaqq, because me and Danny Jaqq were talking a lot leading up to the battle, and I knew he was going to go, I can't get beat by Bloodstro. There's no way I can lose this battle. I knew he was going to come out swinging in the first round. So what's the best way to counteract it? Let's look at me and Luna for a second. If he's going to come out with that kind of style, let's just make it stupid. So I did the whole pan angle, which was, some of the puns were hilarious, some of them were just fucking stupid, but I knew it would kind of be that, but no one expected that from me. And then the whole reason why I wanted the Danny Jaqq battle was because me and Briggs were going back and forth on this, and Briggs, when he booked the battle, was just like, I'll do it, but you cannot talk about the charity thing, it's overplayed. And I just said to him, I went, that's fine, but I've got an angle, and I didn't tell him what it was. I went, I've got an angle here which feeds into that, and if I execute it well, he's not beating around. I can guarantee it. And that's why I went with the angle I went with the second round, in terms of, because no one knew what happened, barring me, Danny Jaqq, Matt Edwards and Briggs, about those inboxes that morning of the event. No one knew. I had that saved, because I knew that if I execute this perfectly and I land a haymaker the way I want it to, and that's why I'm not even saying that round is probably one of it's not probably, it's the best structured round I've ever done. But the reason why it got the reaction it got is because, like, I've got the raw footage that someone, well, actually not raw footage, like on the footage, you can hear Shotty go, what the fuck, Stroke, like one of the rounds, because even he's like, what? Like, where's that just come from in terms of use your card to portion your coke? And he was like, what? Like, he didn't expect that kind of writing from me, but I wanted to make a point and I wanted to make a statement in that battle. And that second round for me is powerful because it came from a real place. Like, no. You claim that we're mates, but then you try to do this in the morning of the event. Like, you're talking about our card. Like, there's so many different layers to that round. I was like, so it was definitely it was just a different experience, but I was more knowledgeable and I understood my assignment then than what I ever did back then. I understood how to write, I understood how to multi, I understood how to layer punches. I never understood that years ago. So did I enjoy it? Yeah. Would I do it again? Absolutely not.
What? No! Come on!
Nah, it's like, because do you know what the thing is? And I say this all the time. I run events. I don't ever want to put me in a position which could take someone's spot that's going to go on and have a better career than what I've got.
Yeah, I suppose. But still, this is not the place to... No, I'm cutting that because I'm not... You've not announced... You're not saying something like that I've not had confirmed anywhere on this pokey little channel. You go on Plug and you get them to do an episode on it. No, you forget you heard that. The man behind the camera is not talking.